This segment of the tutorial demonstrates how to import a bank transaction file. Importing bank transactions. Let's fire up ezBank Rec. And let's open up Uptown Trust Reconciliation. Let me get the balance. And that should be 561.246.12/31/2024. The bank statement ending date is important. If you are bringing in bank transactions that have dates greater than this date indicated here, they will not show on the bank side because it will be filtered out automatically by this date. All right, and I'm going to expand this open a little bit more so we can see more columns. So to import in bank transactions, first of all, let's show what files we have. So I have a CSV file, an OFX file, and a TXT file. The TXT is tab delimited, the CSV is comma delimited, and the OFX is your standard OFX file. Any of these three types can be imported in. We're going to work with the CSV file for now. Just to show you what it looks like in Excel. Never open a file in Excel and resave it because Excel has a habit of destroying your data basically. It will mess up your date columns. If you have preceding zeros, it gets rid of those. And sometimes it puts in extra commas and quotes where you don't want them. But we can use Excel to kind of look at our data to get what column numbers there are and everything else. That's what our data looks like. So I'm going to put that to the side. Actually, I'm going to close it. Now, in order to import in bank transaction files, you have to have the files defined in either the configurator or they have to meet a standard file type. We're going to work with the configuration type. That way that when you get a file from the bank, you don't have to manipulate it every time. So let's look at in our GP 2018 data directory. You should find a file called bank formats config. I'm going to open it with my little XML editor. And under here you can see that you have bank formats and file formats. Your bank format has to be identified somewhere in one of these bank formats. And for us, we have the demo and the CSV. It recognizes it by the column names and types, which are defined in here. So if we look at our column names, CM transaction and the types are like the strings and whatnot. And once you have a bank format indicated, you have to indicate which file format it belongs to. And that's in the second section that's down here. And I've already defined it ahead of time. Here's my demo. And it tells it how to consume the data. For instance, we know that the transaction number was in column 1. All right, let's close this for now because the discussion of this file formatting is really for a technical discussion. But it's important that you know as an operator that you must have the file format defined in your data directory in this config file. All right, let's import that file in. So to import a file, you simply go over here to the Import Bank Transactions tab. Then you can come over to Read File From. Remember the three types I told you. The OFX, there's tab delimited and comma delimited. Those are where you use a standard fixed data type that we defined. We're not using that. We're using that config file, so that's the file formatter. The data editor is a whole nother issue and we're not going into that one. So the file formatter, I simply click on it. And all I need to do is select my file. The file formatter will know by looking at the file format how to take this file and consume it. Now right now I've only defined the CSV file. If I were to choose this TXT, I'm going to get an error saying that no format matches. If I choose the CSV file, which I've already defined, it should consume it just fine. And there we are. It's imported in the transactions as we expected. Deposits, checks, even an increase adjustment. And that's how easy it is to import your data. Now, let's go back. Let's import again. Let's say that we accidentally downloaded the wrong days. So go back into File Formatter. If I choose the file again, I'll then be presented, because we already have data in the bank side of the Recon tool. It'll say, well, are you trying to append or would you like to delete? Append is a good feature if you're importing in your transactions on a daily basis. In our case, we want to delete. Am I sure I want to delete? Of course. And there we are. Our transactions are imported.